Hi Rainbow Fish, I hope you're all okay and have had a lovely half-term holiday. Now we're going to continue with our fairy tale theme over the next few weeks, and we're going to use this story, Jack and the Beanstalk, for our literacy work and our activities over the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to read it to you today, and then what I want you to do is replay it later on, get to know the story and listen to all those new words that you can hear and see if you know any of the meaning of those new words. Okay, so Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and his mother were so poor they never had enough to eat. One morning they had nothing left at all. "You'll have to take the cow to market and sell her," Jack's mother said. On the way, Jack met a strange little man. "I'll give you these for your cow," said the little man, holding out 5 wrinkly gold dried beans. "I need money, not beans," said Jack. "Ah, but these are magic beans," said the little man, "and if you plant them, they'll grow into a beanstalk so tall that it touches the sky." "Amazing," said Jack. He gave his cow to the little man, took the beans and ran off home. But when he got home, he was in trouble, big trouble. "Jack, we need money, not beans," cried his mother, and she threw the beans out of the window. Poor Jack went to bed hungrier and gloomier than ever. What were they to do? In the morning, even his room seemed gloomy. His room seemed gloomy. Just a minute. Outside his window was a giant beanstalk, so tall that it touched the sky. The little man was right, thought Jack. He scrambled onto the giant beanstalk and climbed up and up and up. And there at the top he found a giant's castle with a giantess in front of it. Jack gulped, then his tummy rumbled. "Excuse me," he called. "Please could you spare some breakfast?" The giantess picked him up. "My husband munches and crunches little people like you," she said. "I'll give you breakfast, but you'd better be gone before my husband gets home." She whisked Jack inside and set him down next to the enormous crusty loaf. Breakfast never tasted so good. But then, stomp, stomp, stomp. "Quickly hide in here." The giantess stuffed Jack into a pot just as the giant strode into the kitchen. "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Where is he?" demanded the giant, and he started to search the table. "You're imagining things," said his wife. "Eat up your breakfast while I bring you your hen." She returned with the hen and put it on the table. "Lay," commanded the giant. Think! The little bird laid a gleaming golden egg. With a grunt, the giant closed his eyes and began to snore. The giantess lifted Jack out of the pot. "Run for your life," she whispered. But Jack had his eyes on the hen. He grabbed the hen and fled for the door. The bird let out a squawk, which woke up the giant, who saw Jack and let out a furious roar. Jack dived out of the door and onto the beanstalk with the giant hot on his heels. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk as fast as his legs would carry him. "What's going on?" shrieked his mother from below. "Is that a giant?" "Just bring the axes," Jack cried. Jack and his mother chopped and chopped the beanstalk. It creaked and it wobbled, then it toppled over sideways. The giant was flung far over the hills. They never saw him again. As for Jack and his mother, they lived happily ever after. Each morning the hen laid a golden egg, so they grew rich, and Jack never climbed another beanstalk. I hope you enjoyed that one. So tomorrow your literacy work will also be about this story, and then I will put on a newer version that I want you to learn later on in the week. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you later.